Well, perhaps the most important memory was when I first met her, which was a little over 27 years ago. We were walking around Promenade Park as I was trying to entice her to join the staff of the Toledo Symphony. Eventually, she decided to do it. I was very grateful that she made that decision.
I've known Kathy since we were 13 years old. We were at St. Ursula together. Kathy was always in charge, so I was standing back in awe when she was either leading the student council or president of one of our classes, and she was just making sure that things were working to her liking. So, I was kind of amazed by her right from the beginning.
You know, I think the first time I met Kathy, she, I think, was coming to ProMedica to ask for money. And I remember the first few times I met her that she was like way too positive.
And I actually met Kathy back in 2006. A colleague of mine said, you know what, you should meet Kathy Carroll. She's our boss at the Symphony, and she knows everybody. So what started out as a lunch ended up turning into a wonderful relationship.
I have spent a busy 30 years with Kathy Carroll, and it's been a wonderful time with her.
We first met years ago in the junior league when we were both young women and we were teaching a course together aimed at women and high school girls.
Our path down life has been quite often so paralleled, and she's always been there for me.
Kathy has a great capacity to bring people together in a very non-threatening, friendly environment.
She's very dedicated, she's very enthusiastic in whatever she steps into.
Kathy's dynamic, she's brave, she's not afraid at all to put her ideas out there.
She is clearly a person who is always optimistic. She is very, very motivated, and I think one of the most impressive things is just kind of the spirit she's brought to her position.
She always sort of has this sparkle in her smile, a sparkle in her step, always very positive regardless of the situation. She has this uncanny skill to be positive even when things are a little bleak.
She's a good person. There's integrity in every bone of her body, so she is a leader.
She's just a delight to be in her presence. It's a delight to be in her presence, and she's just a wonderful lady.
A special part of the success of the symphony has been you, Kathy. You, both as development and then as the CEO.
Because of my commitment to having not just any live music, but the only live music in town, to have the Toledo Symphony be part of our Nutcracker is so important to me, and it underscores my professional and personal commitment and relationship with Kathy.
The quality of the symphony is, it's world class. I'm very proud to be associated with the symphony and with Kathy in particular.
I always valued teaming up with Kathy for her great energy, enthusiasm, and quick wit, things that define her yet today.
I think probably the two proudest moments for me would have been, one was when she arranged completely a 50th anniversary of my involvement with the symphony in 2007, and it was extraordinary, the detail and the planning that went into it. It was only exceeded by the fantastic work and inspiration she brought to the entire staff later on when we went to Carnegie Hall.
Remember when we started, we were thinking about, okay, we don't have that much money, so we'll have to take a bus into New York. By the time we garnered all kinds of support from the community, we were able to charter a plane to go to New York, take over the Park Central Hotel.
When we went to Carnegie Hall, and when Kathy walked out on the stage, and then we were 1,400 strong there in Carnegie Hall, and the place went wild, and we all had red napkins that we waved. And I was so proud of Kathy for bringing us to that point.
Just seeing the sheer joy in her walk, in her smile, and I think it's one of those dream come true moments.
But then at our afterglow party at the Russian Tea Room following the concert, Dick Anderson was making some remarks and asked us all to raise our glass to toast the orchestra and the experience. And she and I actually shared a glass. It wasn't first to clink, it was actually hand on the same glass. And we had a moment where we realized that, look at what just happened. Look at what we did. Look at what we did together as a team and as a community and as a partnership. And I think that moment I will always remember.
I guess I never thought anything she proposed was crazy because I thought she could always get it done no matter what she set her mind to.
Kathy, you've always been a mentor to me, and you've always been there for me in my initial days, finding my way through running a nonprofit, one that's had such longevity as Toledo Ballet, and you've always been just a phone call away, and I'm just so grateful that this relationship will continue indefinitely. Love you.
Just, Kathy, I know you're going to bring the same energy and a zest for life to retirement as you have to these past many years in the workplace. And I just say au revoir and good luck, and we'll meet for coffee.
Just all the best to you and Carl. Just a wonderful tenure, wonderful career with the symphony. You kind of embody professionalism. You're a great example of what a positive force can be in our community. Just a great example of a person who got up every day, worked the hardest she could to really make sure that an institution that you love was going to not only succeed, but have a really bright future. So we know that you're not going away, that you'll be around this community, but we wish you nothing but the best health and happiness. And again, thank you for everything you've done for this community.
Kathy, I just don't know what to think about this, saying goodbye to you when it comes to involvement and leadership with this orchestra. I know you'll be around like I will be to help in any way possible, but you've been wonderful to work with. God bless you.
Kathy, it's hard to believe that you're turning over the gavel to someone else, but you've done a beautiful job in your years that you've been involved with the symphony, and I just want to commend you. I know it's been a real treat for Dick to be able to have worked with you all these years, and I know we're going to miss you in the role that you've played, but we hope to be able to enjoy your company outside of that role.
I can't be here with you to celebrate today, but I definitely send my heartiest congratulations in honor of your 27 amazing years and the amazing inspiration that you have been to me. I'm adorning a pink boa. It's so Kathy. I do have to say that you brought sparkle back into my life, not once, but twice. The first time when you invited me to be part of the Toledo Symphony Orchestra organization, and then when you invited me to come back home. I will forever love you, and you will always be forever special in my heart. So on behalf of me and the entire staff of the Toledo Symphony, congratulations.
I've defined retirement as doing the things you want to do and not doing the things you don't want to do. So it's time for you to do the things you and Carl want to do.
This is my most recent favorite picture of Kathy and Carl. And Kathy, there's no way that you're going to get away with not being my Pilates partner anymore. So you better show up, girl. I got your number.
Kathy, you've been a joy to work with for all these years. You've been, forgive me, my right-hand person all those years, someone that I discussed just any detail, operational or otherwise, on how to deal with, how to handle whatever the situations may be. You always had a mature, thoughtful, and genuine way of sorting out a problem or many problems. Thank you.